My fellow AfterBuzzers, tonight on SmackDown Live AfterBuzz, we find out the completion of our tag team for SmackDown Survivor Series and a new member of the all-male SmackDown team. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
My hands are tired.
Wait, Tom's doing the yes chant. Wait, no, just cut the music right now. Hold on. Tom, the yes chant and the lucha chant are two completely different things.
I know, my hands, I just wanted to do the same thing. I was like, I don't want to do this. I already worked out today,
all right, go ahead and hit the music some more so I can do a proper intro. Because you're watching us live on AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page. You're liking, subscribing, iTunes, SoundCloud, all the good stuff. Talk about the wonderful world of AfterBuzz. What's up, everybody? I'm Christian Rosenberg. I know how to do the Kalisto chant. And you can follow me on Twitter at Rosenberg, Instagram, Rosenberg, T-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Get like this Rosenberg About Hate shirt that I'm wearing at the website. Scott's got the week off. He's busy voting for Rhino. And we need an update somehow. Someone has to give us an update on whether or not Rhino's winning in his district.
I'll Google it.
Yeah.
Okay. Over on the other side, the rest of the gang's here. First off, he thinks the yes chant and the lucha chant are the same thing. Tom Connolly.
Hi, how's it going?
That's
I don't
good.
think it's the same thing. I just wanted to do the yes chant. I haven't done it in a while, so.
Did you say,
rusty.
how's it doing?
He said, how's it doing?
Maybe I did, I don't know.
How's it doing? He's mixing up his chants.
It's the gruel of 2016.
It's been a long day.
I threw him off. At the beginning of the show. I'll take the blame for it. And you can see her on the Fight TV app, chatting on Paragon Pro Wrestling at Chris Reports. It is Christy Olson.
Hey, y'all.
What's up?
What's
It's
up?
different having you on that side of, like, you're really far away from me right now.
Does it make you sad?
I
Are we
can't.
going to have to do the Ms. Maurice thing again?
I can't reach you.
Oh, no.
I can't. Ah! All right.
It's okay. I have my foot on the bottom rope.
Ref didn't see it.
Aw.
So, SmackDown tonight, hailing from Glasgow, Scotland. A solid show, continuing the build up to Survivor Series and starting the build up to TLC. Got a little combination of the two in one show tonight. Some things I was really entertained by, and some decisions wasn't too crazy about. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get in, and I'm sure you guys kind of agree with that sentiment.
Nope, don't agree at all.
All right. Tom's just ruining everything tonight.
Are you 100% dissatisfied or satisfied?
I'm 100% satisfied. No, I'm not. No, I'd say about 85. There's some things later in the show that, you know.
So you do agree with me.
I do, yes.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Well, first thing that I'm not quite sure I understand is we now have a 4-person commentary team. Tom Phillips is a new host of SmackDown. And he hung out with Mauro, Otunga, and JBL.
He literally hung out off the side of the table because there wasn't room for him and no one bothered to make a spot.
They haven't extended the table yet. Now, he was doing most of the talking for all the build-up and the stories and, like, the entrances. And then when the matches were actually happening, he kind of took a step back and let the usual 3 do their thing. But why are we having a 4-person announce booth?
Because they don't have anywhere else to put him.
He's doing great on NXT. Actually, I've been on record saying I haven't been the biggest Tom Phillips fan, but the last 6 months or so on NXT, I feel like him and Corey Graves, they both helped each other a lot, and I think Tom Phillips has improved immensely. So I am happy that he's getting a bigger spot, but there's no room for him at the SmackDown table.
No. And there was just no explanation for it. And I mean, you can't just throw a guy in there and not tell us why. Why? We just want to know why.
Christy needs to know why.
I don't know why.
Tell Christy
I
why.
have a problem with Tom being there. I don't begrudge Tom Phillips anything.
Yeah, I like him too. I just
Yeah.
think 3 is already too many sometimes when they have, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if it was
when
just
David Otunga's around.
if it was Mauro and JBL, I'd be fine with it. Or even if it was, I don't know, Mauro, nah.
Well, Tom's another
Phillips,
play-by-play guy. So,
Yeah.
like, him and Mauro working together just... That'd be like Mauro working with Michael Cole.
Yeah.
And just wouldn't match up right. So I don't know.
We'll see how it goes.
I guess. I mean, they're trying stuff. I applaud them for trying things. We'll see if it lasts.
And I wondered if it was this kind of establishing him as the host of SmackDown. Perhaps Renee Young is going to be missing some appearances in the next few weeks because Total Divas will start and she's on that. She's going to be doing promotion. So maybe we'll see him doing those in-ring interviews or the backstage stuff as well.
Maybe.
Or they're going to move him to like Talking Smack maybe too.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that she'll miss a couple of those.
Yeah. And
She's got a reality show to promote, y'all.
I do like her interaction with Dan O'Brien and
I
Talking
know.
Smack, though.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And just kind of off topic, but when 205 Live starts, the Cruiserweight show, are they going to get rid of Talking Smack?
No. 205 Live will be on right after SmackDown goes off the air. It'll be live on the network, and then Talking Smack will air live right after.
Oh, gotcha.
205
Okay.
Live.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm very happy now.
And we're gonna touch on 205 Live a little later as well. But we start SmackDown with AJ Styles in the ring.
Rhino won!
Did he really?
Yeah, 7 minutes ago. Pro wrestler Rhino to become Michigan legislature.
Awesome.
Ba-ba!
So it's official?
It is official. I'm trying to get it to load.
So who's he dropping?
There we go. Professional wrestler Rhino has won a seat in the Michigan legislature.
Was that the primary? Was that the one in August, or is that the one that just happened right now?
No, this is 7
November
minutes
8th,
ago.
Yeah, Rhino.
Be a Rhino Democrat. Will be paid nearly $72,000 a year as a lawmaker.
Didn't even know the salary, but fine. So, question is, who is he dropping the tag titles to now? Because he's going to be a little busy.
When does
question.
it start, though? He probably doesn't start right
Probably
away.
January.
1st, I'm
So,
assuming, yeah.
so TLC, they'll drop the titles. I'm making a prediction right now.
One of Heath's kids.
Why not? Congratulations, Rhino.
Yeah, get it.
Did you see the political ad that he made with Kurt Angle?
No, I didn't.
He has a commercial with Kurt Angle. YouTube it. It is outstanding. That's awesome. I don't even want to talk about the rest of the show because Rhino just won. That's the biggest thing. There's no other elections happening tonight, so
That was the most important one.
Yeah.
congratulations, 15th District of Michigan?
Something like that. 26. This does not
Doesn't
say.
say.
Doesn't say it.
Nope.
All right, but Rhino won, and that's all that matters.
Yay.
Yay, Rhino.
Oh, District East of Detroit.
Sure.
Yeah.
District, you guys got a man beast in your office now.
Be careful. He will gore you.
Don't cross him. He will gore you. So AJ in the ring. First off, we find out that he's gonna have to defend his title at TLC against Dean Ambrose in a TLC match, which we kind of expected based on last week. But we're certainly looking forward to that. He's angry at Ambrose and Ellsworth over last week, which we figured. But right now, he wants to focus on Survivor Series. Out comes Baron Corbin. Interrupted him. AJ didn't really get to introduce him. But Corbin says he'll deliver, but not for AJ's team. And at this point, though, I need my music to hit right now. I need my cheesy music. Please, Jimbo in the booth. At Jimbo in the booth. So we've talked about numerous times how the WWE Universe and the higher-ups in WWE, they listen to us every week. There's no doubt about it. What have I mentioned on the show about Baron Corbin?
To cut his hair.
No, I've not said that.
To grow out a beard.
No. Any other guesses?
Trim his nails.
Yeah, I've said that. No.
Something about the wardrobe.
I think he needed a new shirt.
I think he needed a new T-shirt. And what happens tonight? We see a brand new Baron Corbin T-shirt.
Nice.
It looks kind of the same, but it is different. It's black now with white writing, and it doesn't have the NXT logo on because, newsflash, he's not in NXT anymore. Thank you for listening, WWE, because now he actually feels like he's on the main roster.
After like 6 months.
8 months.
He's getting his feuds back. Man, good day for Darren. I'm sorry. I almost called him Darren Corbin because there's a fantastic indie wrestler named Darren Corbin who's been around for like 7 years, way before Baron Corbin.
Oh, tell me how you really feel.
Shout out to Darren Corbin.
Did he steal his name?
Hey.
It's almost like someone stealing
Yeah,
rosebuds
I
from me once upon a time. That'd be really weird.
That happened. Wow.
Anyway.
Where is he now, buddy? Where is he now?
Still making more money than me?
I wouldn't say that.
No, he is. He is. He still is. From there, The Wyatts, along with Orton, they just appear. No music. Lights just go on, and there they are at ringside. But before they say anything, out comes Ambrose, and he brings James Ellsworth with him.
Yay.
And AJ mentions that Ambrose is outnumbered because Ambrose wants to start something. AJ's like, no, you're going to be outnumbered. We're all going to take you out. And Corbin just kind of walks out. He's like, nah, not going to do it. I'm busy. I don't want to rip my new T-shirt.
He gets paid to fight, to beat up people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
And yes, the chat roll is saying all is right with the world. Rhino won, and Baron Corbin got a new T-shirt. Nothing else could possibly go wrong today. There's nothing else that could possibly alter the universe.
Don't get them started on all that.
Listen, we're in reality
Let them
right
have
now.
their wrestling
Yeah. Let us be in this
for 1
reality.
So
Let us all just have wrestling for 1 hour.
yeah, right. So Corbin leaves, but then AJ and the Wyatts surround Ambrose and Ellsworth. Out comes Shane, and he wants everyone to be on the same page. So first off, he announces that James Ellsworth will be the official mascot of Team SmackDown.
Fits.
I can somewhat accept it because that means he will still be a part of the main event of Survivor Series in some fashion. And that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't be making any assumptions about main events these days. Just saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
We'll get into what she's saying momentarily.
Okay.
And Shane announces that tonight we're also going to have a 6-man tag match. The Wyatts versus Ambrose, James Ellsworth, and Baron Corbin. Or so we think. Because then we come back from commercial. And Shane's talking to Baron Corbin in the back. Corbin's like, I'm not interested in the match. I'm not going to do it. I'm
don't wanna.
not feeling it.
I like that attitude, right?
No, I was just telling Christy, I said, like, I know people get the impression, oh, this guy's lazy. Is his mic work the best? No. But I like kind of this persona of, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want. Mm-hmm. I don't care. And it's not like the aggressive monster, like the Braun Strowman, like, I just represent me, grr. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to do it.
I came all the way here and I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I agreed to do your dirty work at Survivor Series, but I ain't going to do this.
His theme song should be "How many F's do I give?"
Is that an actual song?
It is a song by a Real House.
None, not one.
That's right. Jimbo knows.
I'm going to have to look up the song. So Shane and Corbin even threatens me. He's just like, if you got a problem with that, take me out of the Survivor Series match. Shane does not do that because Shane knows the importance of Baron Corbin on that team. But he says, I'll take you out of the 6-man tag, and instead, you'll have a match one-on-one tonight with a man that you have a history with, returning from injury, Mr. Kalisto. Is this song appropriate to play on the show?
We're about to find out. Nope.
And we're done. It is a PG show.
Housewives all the time.
Housewives is a
zero,
different. Housewives is a very different show.
Listen, keep this video rolling. You guys are gonna stop complaining here in about 2 seconds.
If we
Lots of
find
booty
Fair,
shaking.
it's spelled CH.
if we find a clean version,
What did you say, Jimbo?
When I searched it, it was spelled FACH.
Oh, so you assumed it was the edited version.
that's all right. It's all right, Jim. But we still love you.
We swear all the time.
No, we
on
don't.
this show.
Not on this show.
Okay, me and Sean swear all the time on Xbox 1, 2, 3, 6.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different type of show, and people should be watching that because it's a whole different type of show.
Listen, maybe we should just go now.
Just go nuts tonight.
Yeah.
Rhino won. All is right. Let's just go crazy.
I so wanted you to say, let's just go effing crazy, but really say it there. Ah, Rosie.
I'm a professional.
Oh, you're too sweet.
I try. So Corbin's going to go one-on-one tonight with the returning Kalisto. And then we have a tag team match to fill up the final spot for Team SmackDown for the Tag Team Survivor Series match. The Vaudevillains versus Breezango. So it's one of those, who are we cheering for?
Breezango?
Well, once I saw him come out, I'm like, okay, they want us to cheer that. Mm-hmm. And I know we just did it, but I do need my music to play one more time. I'm starting to embrace this. Because...
Drink it in, man.
Drink it in, man. I've been a fan of Breezango.
Me too.
I like Fandango. I've loved Tyler Breeze. I'm cool with them as a team. Tonight they came out as Fashion Police. Where do you think they thought of something like that? I just said 10 minutes ago they listen to us.
Are you
Now
guys
this-
taking credit for this right now?
This force gimmick that you guys threw on me has now been stolen by Breezango.
They just love to steal your
I
gimmicks.
hope you're all happy.
They've been doing a lot of good stuff. If you go like on WWE.com, like the backstage stuff they've been doing with Tyler Breeze and Fandango have been really funny, and just like really out there and like.
I like Tyler
Yeah.
Breeze's like YouTube show.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one you're
there's
talking
something
about?
different. Like
Oh.
kind of like almost like what they do with like after Raw, they do like backstage interviews with them, but it's like little kind of
Oh,
skits or
okay.
something. But it's funny.
I gotta look for
So,
that.
Yeah, they're really good.
They gave JBL a ticket that said "Uggo,"
Aww.
which that
He
was
was
funny.
trying so hard and it's killed.
I was all ready because they walked over to the announcer. I'm like, "Give Otunga a ticket. Give Otunga a ticket. Give it to Otunga," and they gave it to JBL. This match lasted 2 minutes. Supermodel kick followed by a Falcon Arrow. Breezango gets the win, and they're the 5th team for Team SmackDown, and I'm happy with that. Tyler Breeze and Fandango are on a pay-per-view,
Good.
a big one.
I'm excited. I like them.
Good
a
for
lot.
them.
They should be fighting for the titles at TLC. Calling it now.
Breezango?
Yeah.
So they're going to be heels then?
I
They
mean,
just they just were face tonight.
well, I don't know. They were better as bad guys. I don't know.
A lot can happen before then.
Yeah. There's like what, like 2 weeks between pay-per-views?
about that. Well, speaking of pay-per-views, apparently this week's Believe That
Oh, yes.
has to do with the biggest pay-per-view of them all. No, I'm not talking about Fatal 4-Way. That one doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Apparently, it has something to do with WrestleMania. That's really all Christy's hinted at us. So grab your helmets, but there shouldn't be any explosions now because Rhinos won, so nothing else could possibly go wrong. But it's time for Believe That. What? How did that happen? I figured everything would be all butterflies and rainbows now. All right, what we got?
Well, I think you are going to be pretty happy to hear this, boys. This one comes from the dirt sheets, but was sparked by something that Brooke Hogan told TMZ. And she said people have been calling her father about WrestleMania. So the old dirt sheets have taken this to mean that Hulk Hogan will return at the upcoming WrestleMania. What are we supposed to call it? WrestleMania Palm Tree or Sunshine
33.
or some shit?
It's 33.
Sorry. Now I'm doing
Now you're listening to that song too much, Christy.
my bad.
Gonna get us canceled. Do I look like X-Pac to you? Because I really don't look like him at all.
Just missing the bandana.
Yes, that's the only difference.
But let's see. I think that's pretty much.
So
it.
Hogan at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and that his winning the Gawker lawsuit kind of really helped his cause with WWE. So, gentlemen, do you believe that Hulk Hogan will return at WrestleMania 33?
Tom, you want to go first?
Yeah, I will believe that. I think
Yay.
it's been enough time since he's been gone. Are they saying he's gonna have a match?
Oh,
Or just
God, no,
return
please,
to-
no.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, just that he's in some talks about returning.
So he's gonna say they're at the Silver Dome again, and
Yep.
wherever they are.
They're at the Citrus Bowl. He's going to
Yes.
call it the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's been enough time.
Yeah, he's gonna come out and be like, "Is this WrestleMania Palm Tree or Sunshine or some crap?" Just exactly. What
Welcome to Summerfest.
Yep.
But I mean, I really hope he doesn't have a match. I don't need to see that. You can come out and hype up the crowd and do something like that. But I'm fine with that. Sure, I believe it.
If you go back to the archives of this show,
Oh, geez.
when Hogan was first sent home after all the craziness, I mentioned on this show, within 2 years, he'll be back. And WrestleMania is probably around the 2-year mark.
No, I think
a little
it may
over
have been
2.
more than
rewind
that.
a little further to when we were all doing the Tough Enough after show when he actually got fired, and I'm pretty
that was
sure
like
you said that he was never coming back ever. You all were. And I was like, I don't know about
No.
that. I'm
Find a
gonna be doing more
SmackDown.
research and looking this up.
Go ahead, find a SmackDown with that. I think I remember talking to Stevie Ray
chat
about it
room.
on Wrestling Compadres too. And but that's true. There was Tough Enough, which was a little over a year ago. So it's going to be between 1.5 years and 2 years will be WrestleMania 33 when he was last there. It's the magical thing in pro wrestling. How time heals all wounds. Never say never. Warrior came back. Macho Man kind of came back. Goldberg's back. One day CM Punk will be back.
No.
I'm not saying to specifically wrestle. It all happens over time. Bret Hart came back. It all happens. Hogan will be back. I can't guarantee WrestleMania, but he'll be back. So, but WrestleMania makes sense. So I'll believe it.
I believe that we'll hear his music and he'll walk out because it's in Florida, and that'll get a huge pop. And if they're gonna bring him back, that's probably the best place to do it because it's not gonna be a Roman Reigns reaction where it's like most people are gonna boo, some people might cheer. Everyone in Florida will be like, "Yay, Hulk Hogan, real American, hooray!" But what I've been interested in is seeing people on Twitter getting irate about the possibility of him coming back, especially
Really?
like Ryan Satin from Pro Wrestling Sheets. He's up in arms that they might invite him back. It's so funny to me.
Oh, well, I really respect Ryan's opinion. I'm going to check out what he's saying about this.
Yeah. I mean, people will have their opinion on it. I mean,
I just thought everyone's been talking positively about it from what I've seen, that people want him to come back.
I'm sure it hasn't been all positive about it. Because they don't want him to suddenly overtake things and take spotlight away from other guys. And the whole racist remarks thing.
I think that's the part that probably people were
Really?
more upset about.
Well, yeah, I mean, there would not be redemption from
yes.
this in any other area of entertainment, I don't think.
No,
besides
there would never be
professional wrestling.
anyone in any major platform, whether it's entertainment or politics, that would say anything ever racist.
Jeez.
Because Rhino
Where are we
won.
going tonight?
Because
Where are we
Rhino
going?
won. And that's all that matters.
Dog the Bounty Hunter, I think Hulk Hogan is probably okay.
That is a fantastic
Yeah.
point, Jimbo.
Yeah. We get a little preview for next week's 900th edition of SmackDown, which is a lot.
That is.
And we are going to have special appearances by, first off, the return of the Cutting Edge. WWE Hall of Famer Edge will be on SmackDown next week. And, of course, the Phenom, the Dead Man, the Undertaker.
I don't know who that is. Can you guys inform me of
He's
this
new.
guy?
He's a young
That's what I
up-and-comer.
figured. Okay.
LeBron James seems to like him.
Yeah, he's really going to need someone to put him over.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I figured, yeah.
Yep.
You know, he's not going to, maybe he'll have his first WrestleMania match this year? Maybe?
I mean,
And go undefeated, not lose?
People aren't sure how he would do. There's
Yeah.
speculation.
you know,
I think that's
you got to build him up.
Hogan's opponent.
That could be.
Oh, man.
Yes!
I mean, we got to see how Taker does in NXT first,
Yeah.
and see if he gets a call up in time.
Okay, good. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Right, and if it does, we predicted it first.
Right.
Even if it's ridiculous.
How great would it be if he showed up at NXT one night? That'd be awesome.
Plus, we're actually, I don't know if I should reveal his name yet, but we're gonna have a special guest in studio next week as well, who is quite
Don't tell him, don't tell him.
adorable. That's all I'm really gonna kind of say.
That's good. That's good.
It's an adorable guest.
Someone
Yeah.
who's really got their finger on the pulse of the sports entertainment.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Anyway, that's your teaser. That was a terrible teaser, but we teased it. Natalya versus Naomi. Nikki is on commentary. Natalya, of course, is the coach of the women's team. Double flying body press about 2 minutes into the match. Both Naomi and Natalya are down.
I kind of hate when they do that. I think it makes both performers look silly. It's even worse when the guys do it. I just don't care for that.
But you're trying to take your opponent down. You're trying to,
They both had the same idea.
Yeah.
It looks like a botch, though. It always looks like a botch. I don't know. I just think, and too for Naomi and Natalya, they're both so strong that I'm like, that's not believable. That would never happen. These ladies are too good. They're too good.
Well, speaking of good, out comes Carmella during this double down. Mm-hmm. She starts going over, starts yelling at Nikki. Coach Natalya rolls out of the ring, try to separate them because she's like, you guys are on the same team. You need to focus. Da-da-da-da-da. Nikki, like, slaps Natalya, which should be a disqualification because Nikki's not in the match. Natalya is.
Right.
Ref is just sitting there counting, letting Natalya get swiped. And all of a sudden, Natalya then rolls back into the ring before the count of 10 into an inside cradle. Naomi gets the win.
But also, Nikki took out Carmella, too.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did.
So.
I just didn't understand why the ref didn't call a DQ.
Well, he was distracted by all the,
He was looking right at her
the
counting.
action.
He was literally looking at her counting. Oh, you got hit. 7.
I
Well,
mean, is
she
this
got-
the
she was in
same
the
guy
way,
who missed
so-
something else later in the evening?
Was it the same? I don't think. Was it the
don't
same
know.
ref?
I don't
No,
think it
I don't
was.
think
I didn't think. Yeah, they usually only do one, max 2 matches a night. So.
Hard job.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Hey, don't-
I know, I'm joking.
being
I'm
the
joking.
I used to-
scapegoat is
Yeah.
probably the difficult part.
I used to ref out here, and those guys, they're all the refs are the first ones to arrive
Oh,
in the
yeah,
ring, the
they do
last ones to
everything.
leave.
Mhm.
They set up the ring
Yeah.
and tear it down.
I saw at NXT.
Yeah,
They were tearing it down.
I'm like, the refs are the hardest working guys there.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Anyway,
I know, but they just,
telling yourself that, Rosie.
their eyesight isn't that good a lot of the times. Like, they have some problems that they need to work on. They're good at setting up the ring. And sometimes
They're
good at
easily
counting to 3.
distracted,
But,
I feel like,
yeah.
some of them. Just a little easily distracted. I don't...
Ambrose and Ellsworth are backstage. Ellsworth announces that our team name should be James Dean.
So
And together, we have... Oh, whoa, wait, Jimbo. Because, Ellsworth says, if you got 2 hands, you got a fighting chance. But him and Dean together have 4 hands. No rim shot?
yeah.
Nah,
The other one was
he tried. He tried. Dan O'Brien comes in, announces since Corbin took himself out of the 6-man, Kane is going to be your partner now. And Ellsworth creepily looks up at Kane and asks him, do you have any strategy? And Kane's strategy was, don't tag in. And that was that.
Poor James.
Yes, poor James Ellsworth.
Poor James, for the 3rd time in the last 4 weeks, he's quote unquote main eventing SmackDown.
He just wanted some advice.
Yep.
Jeez, Kane. You've been in this business forever. Just give the kids some advice.
I don't see Kane as much of a mentor. As knowledgeable as he is.
Yeah.
I don't see him taking people under his wing normally. Baron Corbin versus Kalisto. I loved Kalisto's return. He was gone for, 3 months maybe?
Yeah.
He returns, does his flip into the ring. As soon as he lands in the ring, smack.
That was awesome.
Just got decked by Corbin. It looked great.
Yeah.
Squashed like a little bug.
Match never starts. Corbin's beating the crap out of Kalisto. Then it gets interesting. Because as Corbin then is leaving the ring, he slips, leg falls down the ring skirt, and he's screaming in pain that his knee popped.
He had
And-
me.
That's not good.
When it started, I was looking at him just like, that was unusual. And no one ever falls like that.
No, because he actually legit kind of tripped
Right.
first. He did this very, very well.
Yep.
There, I said it.
Oh, you gave him a compliment.
I did.
Christy never gives up. See, all is right with the world because of Rhino. So once that happens, Kalisto then gets back up, drop kicks Corbin's knee into the ring steps. Corbin rolls back into the ring, but not before Kalisto then climbs up the ropes and gives a frog splash onto Corbin's injured knee. So Kalisto being the aggressor, and Corbin is left laying. And then we find out that Baron Corbin will medically be unable to compete at Survivor Series. I'm kind of bummed by that.
Yeah. I wanted him to be on the team.
Because on Raw side, Braun Strowman is clearly the wild card for that team. Don't know how he's going to react or things like that. And to me, Corbin was that for SmackDown. But now we don't have Corbin. Who do we have? Tune in next week. No, I'm kidding. We'll tell you today. Then we have the main event at the end of hour 1, because all show they said tonight's main event is for the SmackDown Women's Championship between Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch. Shane leaves Daniel Bryan to figure out the 5th member of Team SmackDown because he wants to go watch the main event. But the main event is not the main event of the show. Christy, go ahead and vent.
Well, after having 3 main events in a pay-per-view not long ago, and some argument over which would be the main event there, now this evening we have another brand new main event thingy, where the main event was midway through the show after only 1 hour, and the ladies who were main eventing appeared at about the 1 hour mark here on SmackDown. So now I know there were some comments made regarding Hell in a Cell where they said, the main event is up to the viewer and the main event is what you decide and, all that jazz. But I say main event comes at the end. The main event is what you tell us it is. And the main event was Becky and Alexa, and it should have been at the end. Because that's just how the world works. And we need the world to work in the way that it works today.
Preach on, sister.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you 1,000%. Like, what was the point of what they did at the end of the show? Could have been done at the end of the top of the hour.
Absolutely.
Like, if you're gonna give Charlotte and Sasha a main event on a Raw and on a pay-per-view, put these girls on the main event. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb on their part.
Plus,
that's actually an even better point.
were there any other titles being defended tonight?
No.
So shouldn't the title trump? I hate that I just used that word. I so did not mean to use that word, I swear. But shouldn't the title outshine
Yes.
anything else on the card?
Especially on a day like today, the women should be in the main event of the show. Yes. I thought it was going to be. I really did.
I don't get why.
I'm disappointed
Becky's
it
the
wasn't.
hometown hero.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like,
Well, she's from Ireland. It was in Scotland.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They didn't boo her like they booed Sheamus.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they still like her there.
but I don't know. It just, come on. Like, just, I don't know what to say. It angers me. Why would you do it on one show and not in the other? Am I doing that to your thing?
Yeah, that was weird.
I think
Sorry.
it angers me, this whole theory of, the main event is whatever you want the main event to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no. When you market something that the marquee match and the thing that goes on at the end of the show has been told to us for years that is the main event, that's what we're going to assume is the main event.
Right.
True.
It's not like, oh, the opening match was the main event because
No, the
remember
opening
when-
match. Oh, surprised that it's there.
Remember when they would do Elimination Chamber pay-per-views, but they'd have 2 chambers?
Yeah.
And sometimes the chamber would open the show and the chamber would end the show. They never were like, this chamber match at the opening of the show is your main event.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It just makes no sense.
None
It's like a
whatsoever.
stupid loophole to just not sound bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And they deserve it. Give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Let Alexa Bliss show you why she got drafted to SmackDown so early from NXT,
Mm-hmm.
and why the people she was managing down there are still down there.
Yeah.
Because if they keep being wishy-washy about the main event, it's going to lose its weight. Pretty
Yep.
soon being the main event isn't going to mean anything anymore.
But also, like, it's the same. They're trying to push the women, but you can't push them on one show and then not do it on the other show. You have to keep it even, especially if they're gonna have this 5-on-5 match. Like, to me, it seems like, well, because of this, the Raw girls are probably gonna win on Survivor Series just because they're, I guess, the more important girls in the company, which I don't think they are. I think the girls on SmackDown way better. Like, I don't know, Sasha and
Right, but
Charlotte,
that's what this
yeah.
told the WWE
Yeah.
Universe tonight. That's
Exactly.
the message they're sending.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree. And and Alexa and Becky had a great match tonight. They did give them good time. Mm-hmm. It went a good length. Crowd was into it. Alexa pretty much spent the whole time working on Becky's arm, which was good strategy. And the finish of the match, we have a disarmer. Becky is still able to lock in the disarmer on Alexa. Alexa's foot is on the ropes. That silly referee just didn't look. And Alexa taps out when she shouldn't have lost the match. And Becky is announced as the winner. She retains the title. But now you can continue this feud. Now they'll get a match at TLC. What type of match, we'll have to wait and find out. But Alexa has a legit argument. She didn't really lose the match. Her foot was on the rope before she tapped.
No, and there
Yep.
were several points in this match where she was dominating, and it was believable that she could have won this, and she could have walked out of there with the title tonight. And it made me excited to see another match between them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I think I think Becky's probably the best on SmackDown out of the girls, but I think Alexa is second on the show. And I mean, as far as promo wise, I think Alexa is better than Becky. I think she's a better talker.
To me, they're neck and neck. But I mean, Alexa, since she made her SmackDown debut, has just exploded.
Yeah.
And I'm thrilled because she's still really young, and she's still got so much potential. I mean, I remember telling people, I don't know if I mentioned it on this show or anything, but I've mentioned to people that, like, she reminded me in NXT when she was managing Blake and Murphy of, like, oh, this could be potential of another Trish.
Yeah.
And we're really starting to see similarities now. So I love what she's doing. I love what Becky's doing. Let them keep fighting.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
And like we were talking about before the show, you said, or you kind of said a rematch for a TLC.
Right.
And I was like, oh, a TLC match. But you
Well,
said the guys
Ambrose
are
and
having
AJ's got that, but they usually have a table match, a
Or a
ladder
ladder
match,
match.
or a chair match.
Yeah.
I prefer them not to get the chair match.
I
But,
want a ladder match.
But table or ladder, you want to show up SmackDown over
Yeah.
Raw. Give them a ladder match.
I wouldn't do a
Still doing
table.
stairs or no?
I think that was just reserved for Big Show and Eric Rowan.
You know, we never
Yeah.
got our women's Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
so
I think that's
let's throw
coming.
some
I think
ladders
it's coming
in
this
there.
year.
Well, the Money Bank wouldn't happen at
No,
TLC.
but I'm saying ladders. I
Yeah.
want to see women climbing ladders.
Oh. I want to see him climb ladders.
I'm just saying, they climb that ladder at this one. Maybe they'll be climbing the ladder at the next Money in the Bank.
I think they will. I think it's obvious that they should have did it this year, but with the split and everything, I think this summer we finally get one.
Tom is so girl power tonight. I love it.
I like watching them. It's awesome, and I like seeing what they do. I want to see them in those kind of matches.
Absolutely.
We've been watching how many ladder matches have I seen with two guys fighting in it? Like, let's see some girls
With
fighting in
humans
it.
who are not wearing
Yeah.
shorty shorts.
And I wouldn't.
Well, there are some.
Well, that's true.
I wouldn't do a tables match just because I feel that they're both pretty light, and I don't know how they'd go through the tables as well. We saw what happened with Sasha at Hell in a Cell.
But that could be one of those things where, say, Becky gets thrown through a table, Alexa wins the title, but she never pinned her.
Yeah, but they already did a tables match too with Beth Phoenix and Natalya a while ago.
Right,
So-
but was it on a pay-per-view?
Yeah, it was
I don't
late
know. Maybe it was.
pool
Yeah,
versus-
maybe
yeah.
or I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember when it was, but they did do it.
I mean, I preferred the ladder match, but if you get them
2010.
ladder match or table match, I'm okay as long
Yeah.
as they get one of those marquee matches.
Yes.
Dan O'Brien and Shane are backstage, still kind of talking about who's going to be the new member of Team SmackDown. Miz and Maurice show up, and Maurice is like, Miz is so angry at you, he won't even speak. And I don't really want to speak with you either, come to think of it. But why would you let Dolph Ziggler defend the Intercontinental Championship against Sami Zayn from Raw? And he's like, well, because Ziggler offered an open challenge because he's a fighting champion. We're going to do that. Plus, we made an agreement with Mick Foley that Raw has the possibility of getting the Intercontinental Championship. However, the Brian Kendrick will defend the Cruiserweight Championship against SmackDown's Kalisto. And if Kalisto wins, the entire Cruiserweight division comes to SmackDown, leaves Raw, and comes to SmackDown, which means all of a sudden we would get a title and like 12 guys. And
I'll take 12 guys.
for those of you listening, that was Tom.
Stop it.
He's like, that was not me. That was not me. So with the
Can we get the Raw Women's Division?
with the new live 205, is that what it's called?
205 Live.
205 Live, excuse me. With the new 205 Live show coming where the commentators are going to be Morrow and Corey Graves, and that's going to be taped right after SmackDown. This makes a whole lot of sense.
It certainly does.
Plus, Brian Kendrick and Dan O'Brien, very close friends. Morrow does a much better job calling cruiserweight matches than Michael Cole. No disrespect to Michael Cole, but he doesn't keep up with the pace like the cruiserweights do, and you don't feel the excitement like you did during the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, that's what people
Yeah.
are most excited about this, is having Morrow and Corey Graves on the table.
So Maurice then continues, well, then if Ziggler loses, then Miz never gets his rematch. And Daniel Bryan's like, well, no, he will next week on the 900th SmackDown. He'll get his rematch. So if Miz wins, then he defends the title against Sami Zayn. And Maurice accepts on Miz's behalf. So,
I thought of a good idea for next week, but we'll get to it later. Yeah.
well,
It pertains to the end of the show.
okay. So here's my thought. So first off, to me, I feel like Cruiserweight, as much as I don't want Kendrick to lose the title this quickly, it makes a whole lot of sense for it to suddenly go to SmackDown. But if you have the Intercontinental title go to Raw, then you have the Universal title, U.S. title, Intercontinental title, Women's title, and the tag team titles. Now, I know, granted, you take the Intercontinental title out, keep the Cruiserweight title, it's still the same amount of titles, but you had that whole separate division.
Yeah.
And you have a 3-hour show. So now, if you put the Intercontinental title on Raw, obviously, Raw's not getting the Intercontinental title and keeping the Cruiserweight title.
Yes.
That's not happening. They're either both going to stay put or they're going to switch spots. Because I don't think SmackDown would get both of them either.
I think I
It
would
makes
rather
more
SmackDown
sense.
have both.
It would make more sense for SmackDown to have both of them. But with Raw, if the Intercontinental title goes there, then either they're going to be right back to how it used to be, where the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title, they just kept switching spots on which title was relevant and which one wasn't.
Yeah. It
And
makes
who
no
was in
sense.
the running for them. And
Right.
And the fact that I don't know what they're doing on that Raw show. The fact that they already announced their next pay-per-view and it's Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. Like, why are you giving that dude... Sorry, I know we're not talking about Raw, but why would you give that dude the belt and then be like, no, you're going to go for the main belt now? Right?
No, yeah,
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think Intercontinental stays on SmackDown. Cruiserweight, I could see Brian Kendrick winning and then going to Stephanie and being like, I'm out of here. Like, we're leaving. We're going to SmackDown
And
either
he
way.
just takes the whole Cruiserweight division anyway.
Why not?
Do you guys think there's a possibility? There's been a lot of reports that Vince McMahon is not crazy about the cruiserweights. We know he doesn't love the little
that
guys.
doesn't surprise me, yeah.
Do you think that there's any possibility that the cruiserweights will be cut from TV altogether and just have this 205 live show on the network?
That was something
Yeah.
that I was thinking too. But Michael Cole mentioned on Raw that he was just like, don't be confused, the Cruiserweights will still be on Raw plus 205
Yeah.
Live.
I mean, it doesn't make sense for them to move to SmackDown. If they're all going to be on a show after SmackDown, then why have them work Mondays?
Right, no,
Go all the way to
absolutely.
Tuesday, then work Tuesday. Like, you split it up so everyone didn't have to work as much.
I just
So-
don't think that we need them on SmackDown.
No,
They're great,
yeah,
but we don't need them on SmackDown. 205 Live is going to be such a hit, obviously.
Yeah.
The Cruiserweight Classic was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened.
But how do you... the hard thing is explaining them almost going like, you're not good enough to be on Raw, and you're not good enough to be on SmackDown, but you're good enough to have your own show on the network. I don't know. How do you...
Maybe-
And we're going to call it Main Event.
To the
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, that's
we
what
already
it's
did that.
replacing.
No, but I think you mentioned Brian Kendrick maybe just walking away. That maybe he facilitates
Yeah,
something. You
Yeah.
never know. That guy's a wild card.
Hey, I used that word earlier.
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
he could almost be like started of being like, okay, well, you guys obviously don't really care if I lose the belt and I'm not on Raw anymore. And SmackDown kind of wants it, but they want Kalisto to have the belt. Well, I want to have the belt, and I'm going
and
to
I'm
take it
taking
wherever
it to
I want to.
205 Live.
Yeah. So,
Doing this cruiserweight division and having a show specifically designed for cruiserweights was something that WWE has always wanted. Like, I've heard Matt Sydal talk about it in shoot interviews, that like when he was there and they were trying to figure out things for him to do as Evan Bourne, they were like, man, when we get this cruiserweight show going. So maybe they put them on Raw and they're teasing possibly putting them on SmackDown solely to do like Christy was saying and get rid of them on TV altogether, to send you specifically to the network to have to watch the cruiserweights, because that's such a like niche market that people are gonna buy the network to watch them because they're so entertaining.
Yeah, I'm not against the Cruiserweights 100% being on that specific show, because it gives... Now you have two original weekly wrestling programs then on the network between NXT and 205 Live. So, again, more reason for you to tune into the network, because the Cruiserweight Classic was such a huge success you want to keep that momentum going with another show, and then you could also sign a few more guys that are, just for that. And yeah, so I mean, I'm perfectly fine with them just doing that show, but it doesn't sound like they're going to do that.
Yeah, I guess
No
we'll see what
matter the
happens.
outcome of the match.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like they're all coming to SmackDown, at least for a little bit.
Matt
and then we'll see
Hendricks
what
in the
happens.
chat said Cruiserweights are being misused on Raw.
I agree.
And that SmackDown
Yeah.
will use them correctly.
Oh, SmackDown will definitely use them better.
But I mean, will they?
I
I
think
don't
so.
know. If they, I mean, we all watched the Cruiserweight Classic. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, just let them do their thing. I think it's more like, because on Raw it's more of storylines and it's not the competition like the Cruiserweight Classic was built as. If they kind of let it go back to being that way, I think we'll get a lot more fun matches, more entertaining. We'll see what happens.
Well, speaking of entertaining, we have Kurt Hawkins. Didn't get an intro this week,
Good
though.
one.
Can we talk about Cruiserweights?
Oh man, I so was hoping you'd be like, he's our in-studio guest next week. I was about to lose my shit.
He's not quite as adorable as our in-studio guest next week. And this guest will have no strings attached.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Or will they?
All I know is he likes to throw up the bullhorns too. So.
Okay. Kurt Hawkins takes on Apollo Crews. Remember him? He's still there.
He's so sweet.
I feel so bad for Apollo Crews because this guy is so damn talented. And you want to talk about, trying to find a spot on SmackDown for the Cruiserweights. Why are we not being able to find someone for Apollo Crews to do?
I don't know.
Crews is dominant in this entire match. Misses top rope splash, Oklahoma roll, Kurt Hawkins with no entrance on TV gets his first win on TV. So that was a live feed from Rhino's campaign center because they're in shock and going nuts that he won. So Kurt Hawkins just never has to have an intro anymore. And maybe that was the problem. Now he can win matches that way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but
That's got believable written all over it.
for sure.
So
That's all we're saying about that, I guess, right?
so this officially makes Apollo Crews the bottom of the SmackDown roster.
Trying
You know
to think.
what? But he's
It's between him and the Vaudevillains. They're just hanging out.
I got the Ascension to
I got faith.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Ascension.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that dude. I mean, should they just say, hey, let's send you back to NXT for a little bit? Would that be a bad thing for him? I don't think so.
If they did it very ceremoniously, like there's no one else that can be the opponent at NXT, like we have to bring this guy from the main roster because they're so good. I mean, they could build him up by doing that, I think.
I think he would have just benefited from being there for like 6 more months. Like even if they waited till Royal Rumble, this coming Royal Rumble, and then had him come up, I think he would have been in a better position.
Like it's one of those things where I don't really know what they should do with him because of his look and his agility. He should stay a face, so can't really put him with a manager because obviously we know he's not a great talker. But so you can't do the whole manager route. So you can't really give him like an edgy attitude. But like everything is there. Like he's got the great look.
Yeah.
He's got the great smile. He's very articulate. He's good for the charity things and the
Yeah,
appearances.
you can shake hands and kiss babies and that kind of
Super
stuff.
strong, super agile. Just something isn't working.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh, Tom's got an idea.
He should drop to 205 and join the Cruiserweight division.
He's going to have to drop a lot of weight. It's a lot of muscle mass he's got to drop.
dropped like
You
25
think
pounds.
he's really much more than that?
Oh, he's like...
He's fairly short, isn't he?
He's shorter, but he's probably like... I would say he's got to be like 230 to 240.
Hey, he can do it. Come on.
Yeah, dude.
Chat roll,
Come on,
look up.
come
Chat
on,
roll,
Apollo.
tell me how much Apollo Crews weighs. I know he's a little.
Is that like
I'm
a
6'1".
Siri?
He's a little shorter than me,
Okay.
but I mean he's a lot. Oh, we're probably about the same weight. It's just his weight is a lot better than mine. Renee's backstage with Dolph Ziggler. Just talked about how he can't wait for next week's 900th SmackDown and, of course, Survivor Series for his match against Sami Zayn. And if we can cue my music one more time, Jimbo. But this one is going to be an edition of Christy's Closet. She's got something to say. She had no idea I was going to do this, but go ahead.
I don't want to.
Oh.
I stopped hating on Renee on air about a year ago. And every time she pops up on the screen, every single time when I see what she's wearing, I usually say, "Oh my goodness, that's not what I would have chosen," and I don't think that looks great. But she's gonna do a great job on the mic, which is far more important than what she's wearing.
It is.
And isn't that just exactly what I say?
That was word for word what you said.
I think she looked cute, but I didn't really like the glasses. If she didn't have the glasses, I would have been okay.
And
better with it. But.
Chat roll is saying Apollo Crews weighs about 240.
Okay,
which is so that's right
right
around my weight. So yeah, so that's a big drop to get in the cruiserweight division.
Okay.
Sorry, Tom.
Hey, I'm just saying, if he's up for a challenge,
why don't you get to 205 Live?
I'm under 205,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I could be there.
What if that's the gimmick? Is like he's lying and trying to get in the cruiserweights, but they're like, "Dude, you're still like 40 pounds overweight." He's like, "No, I got this. Trust me." And he just like keeps doing all these like shenanigans and like
an R-Truth kind of a thing.
Like Ryan Smiley Katz, the ab roller. Remember that thing?
Didn't Matt Hardy do that when they had the cruiserweight title on SmackDown back when Matt Hardy version 1? And he was like, I'm at 227. I got to get under 225.
He may have.
I feel like Matt Hardy did that too. But it'd be even funnier with Apollo Crews because he's such a bigger gap from it. Main event, the Wyatts versus Kane, Ambrose, and Ellsworth. AJ Styles on commentary. Kane and Luke Harper fight up the ramp. There's a point where, again, another double down, which Chrissy's not a big fan of. Ambrose and Bray are down. Orton's down. The only man standing is James Ellsworth. Starts looking at his hands.
Yep,
so he's like,
got two.
He's way too obsessed with his
I have
hands.
2 of them. That means I have a fighting chance. I need to tag myself in. Crowd was going nuts.
They were.
Oh, they wanted him in so bad. Tags himself in. Crowd goes crazy. Starts gearing up for No Chin music. And caught in Sister Abigail. Like, immediately.
Awesome.
Looks so painful. Bray pins Ellsworth. And then Ellsworth is pretty much dead in the ring. And out comes and then Orton, Bray, and AJ are surrounding Ambrose. Out comes Shane again to try to separate them. And then out comes Dan O'Brien with his list. That's right, SmackDown's got a list too, Jericho.
Well, now you're definitely on the list.
Am I on the list?
Yeah,
Did I make the list?
That comment definitely came
Yes!
on there.
Birthday wish fulfilled. And Dan O'Brien announces that the 5th member of Team SmackDown will be... Oh, no, it wasn't... Oh, wait. Wait, hold on, Jimbo. Hold on. It wasn't John Cena. I was thinking it was going to be John Cena. Oh, wait! No, now go ahead and hit it. Because my dream that I've been saying for weeks was going to come true. He was going to make James Ellsworth on the... Oh, he didn't do that either.
Maybe somebody coming back next week, right?
Oh, yeah, hit the drums. Hit the drums. So he announced that the Phenom, The Undertaker, would... No, he didn't do that either.
I thought it was Edge.
Oh, yeah, roll the drums. It was the rated R. No, it wasn't that either. It's Shane McMahon. I just said it. It's Shane McMahon.
Come on.
Why?
That's all I gotta say.
And it's nothing against Shane. He's gonna do fine.
I've been dying to see him get back in the ring.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fine in the match.
He's
But
not
you wanna
gonna
put-
be in the match.
But you want to put your building whole thing of Raw's 5 best superstars against SmackDown's 5 best superstars. What you are telling us is our commissioner is the 5th best superstar on the roster.
Hey, he jumped off a Hell in a Cell.
Yes and no. I'm not knocking him
he
down.
definitely did that.
I'm not knocking him down for that. He always impresses when he wrestles.
Yeah, I agree.
He's gonna be just fine in the match.
He's not going to be in the match.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I want to hear your idea. Then I have an
Jimmo,
idea.
give us a match. Or
What if
here's the idea.
Shane loses the match on purpose for Raw, and this is what starts Shane and Daniel Bryan like feuding against each other for who really takes control of SmackDown?
But why would he lose on purpose?
I don't know.
I was trying to figure that out while you were
feel
talking.
better, like he wants to go back to Raw. I don't know.
Well,
that
my
could
idea
work.
is that next week the Undertaker beats Shane up, so Shane is not in the match anymore.
Something definitely is going to happen. He's not. This is not happening.
I think
It's
it's
not
like,
gonna be Shane.
yeah, come on.
Wait, I got it. It's not gonna be that though.
Okay.
Shane's going to Raw this Monday. Brock's gonna be on Raw this Monday.
I already thought of that.
They already had that little
Yeah.
thing. Brock, take him out. I need Ellsworth to eliminate Jericho.
No, but
This has to happen.
I thought they were going to do that at Raw on
Rhino
Survivor
won.
Series.
This can happen.
I was waiting for Survivor Series. That's where I figured Brock would take out Shane in the match if he makes it there.
Okay. And then James goes from mascot to being in the match.
Yeah, might as well, right?
And then he can still eliminate Jericho?
Yes.
Okay.
It could still happen.
Okay.
Listen, we're gonna get this WrestleMania match. They apparently listen to us, so
They
they're
do.
gonna do this.
We had proof multiple times this week that
And
they
I-
listen to us.
It just seems so logical that
We
this
are
would be a
so
storyline that would happen.
self-important.
I am a very humble person. I don't know if anyone's noticed that about me.
Listen, we want to see it. We know the people want to see it. It'll be something fun to watch. Like, let's get it something fun to watch. I don't know, right? It's not that hard.
So there's still a chance that Ellsworth can eliminate Jericho.
I wouldn't be surprised if he
Absolutely.
makes it into the match. Like, he's already going to
Yes.
be ringside. Why wouldn't he somehow get into the match? Lesnar
Okay.
comes out.
I feel a little better
he
now.
F5 Shane into the ring post. Shane can't go. Daniel Bryan says, "What?" Or no, probably have to happen before the match, right? Not.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Come on, James. You can do it.
Come on, James. You got two hands. Do you guys like that idea? Can James Ellsworth find a way in? Oh, Tom has one more idea
and,
before
and
we
we
wrap
can
up.
have the showdown again between Ellsworth and Braun Strowman.
Oh,
If they make
to
it in
make
the
it
match.
all come full
Yeah,
circle.
right?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the WrestleMania match right there.
Yes.
No, because he's gonna lose that match.
Dude,
At least with
Strowman's
Jericho,
been
he has a
begging for
chance.
somebody.
I wouldn't be surprised if somehow he eliminated Strowman if he was in the match too. Right?
Ellsworth would get Strowman counted out.
Yeah, like I think somebody hits or somebody hits Strowman
that's
with a move,
genius.
and he kind of almost like Raw where he like falls on and then he pins him.
Well, we got lots of crazy ideas,
Yeah.
and Survivor Series is right around the corner. So you can
But there
tell
are
us.
no other AfterBuzz shows around the corner, so we can keep talking. We got all night.
Yeah,
technically.
Jimmo,
What
we
are
got
we
one.
gonna do?
Yeah,
They're
Jimmo, we got
watching
like
the
another
election. They're
hour or
paying
two
attention to
or
us.
something, right?
I got time, man.
Oh, well, what else can we talk about? Is there anything else happening in the news today?
No, nothing.
That's a good question. I mean, nothing
I don't know if I want to
earth-shattering.
know. So
All right. Well, then maybe we should just wrap
Nothing
up then.
major. All right.
Well, we want to know what you guys thought of tonight's SmackDown, as well as our crazy Survivor Series ideas, which we'll obviously touch on more next week. But in the meantime, you can leave comments on the YouTube page and chat with us in various forms of social media. And I see the chat roll now calling me Christian Bella because of how humble I am.
You're almost as humble as Nikki, Bella.
Almost. Christy, how can people reach out to
Wait,
you?
why do I feel like you're understanding this reference right now? Have you been watching Total Bellas?
No.
I don't know if I
that was a lie.
me tomorrow on the Total Bellas After Show big finale. We will be here at 9 Pacific time. And please also check out Xbox 12360 right here on AfterBuzz TV. Kevin Sullivan will be our guest tomorrow.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
That's
Kevin,
right.
the Taskmaster.
That's right. I confirmed with him today. Had a little chat with him this morning on the phone. He's amped to go, so.
He is crazy.
Oh, really? He was very sweet on the phone.
Well, he's just like he's known to be
Very
crazy.
polite.
So I need to tune in
Yeah,
to
dude.
see the see and hear that. Tom,
It's gonna be good.
how can
Good.
people reach
Sounds
out to
good.
you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TomTheCom. And week 3 of the challenge right now. Well, you'll get your pictures at the end. 3 more weeks.
By the way,
I
yeah.
forgot.
and Tom, Sky Patterson in the chat just mentioned how awesome and honest you are. We need passionate people like you, and he put a zillion emojis.
Oh, thank you, Sky.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Will Rosenberg, Instagram, The Will Rosenberg. Buy the t-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night in Santa Monica, Cut That Promo. My critically acclaimed improv comedy wrestling show is back. My special guest, the #1 contender for the TNA World Championship, Eli Drake. Thursday night, he gets a shot. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, he chats with me. WestsideComedy.com for tickets. You can follow Jimbo on Twitter at Jimbo in the Booth. And for all your other AfterBuzz TV news and gossip, follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. For Jimbo in the Booth, Christy Olson, and Tom Connolly, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.